It's Nerds on Coffee.
What's up, everybody? In episode 7, we talked about the reptilian conspiracy, and it's quite a good ways into the episode and goes on for a while. So we basically wanted to release that independently. So if you want to listen to episode 7 in its entirety, have at it. We're going to be doing a lot more stuff like this, and the reptilian conspiracy discussion is now available on its own right here. So enjoy and let us know what you think.
Now I'm going to ask you the real question here. I'm going to bring it all together.
All right.
Who's more outrageous? Flat earthers or reptilian believers?
Wait. I need you to explain this new group of people. That
Do you
just
not know
introduced
like
to me.
reptilians?
What I'm not going to guess because anything that I say
There's
is
like
going to sound.
a large amount of people that think the world is run by a bunch of creatures that look like human lizards.
Where do these people live? Like next all over?
All
like next to us?
over. Like, dude, Google this right now.
I've already seen it. It came out 10 years ago in an episode of South Park, and they called them crab people, and they lived under the earth, and that was preposterous. Like,
No. This is like,
dude, what? Are there like
here.
drawings? of
Just
this?
read this. Just read this.
I'm going to read this to everyone. All right, this is a... okay, so it's an article with 10 points in it, and I'm just going to read the first photo. The first photo.
Exactly.
It's just is that the creature from the Black Lagoon? Dude, all right, so this is an article called 10 Shocking Facts About the Reptilian Conspiracy. Reptilians, lizard folk, sauroids. These are just some of the names associated with this alien race conspiracy, which, by the way, they're not an alien race if they fucking live on Earth. Like, you're not an alien if you came from this planet. So are they saying that they came from another planet?
You gotta read it.
All right. While some dismiss it as nonsense, a growing number of believers are eager to share their knowledge of reptilians living among us. These creatures disguise themselves as humans and often hold positions of power in the world's governments. This is just an extension of Scientology.
No, dude, it's not. It's not. Dude, people think
Here are
this.
10 disturbing facts about the reptilian conspiracy that you may not know. Number 10. Reptilians are on Time Magazine's top 10 most enduring conspiracy theories list. What the fuck?
I can't believe you don't know about this.
Oh my
Just for you guys to know,
God.
Kyle's face is his jaws on the floor.
We stopped filming at the wrong point of this episode. You know what? Fuck it. We're already an hour in. I'd have to. You can stop listening if you want. I don't give a shit. So, in July of 2009, the Time list included details about reptilians' appetites for human flesh, their responsibility for numerous terrorist attacks, and their ultimate desire to enslave the human race. Also mentioned are a few high-ranking politicians believed to be reptilians. For the uninitiated, there's an introduction to author David Icke's The Poster Human for the Reptilian Conspiracy. His books on the subject have undoubtedly helped the reptilian conspiracy grab the attention of such a mainstream publication. Much more about the reptilian conspiracy has been published over the years, notably in Icke's numerous books such as The Biggest Secret and Children of the Matrix. Is it Icky? Is his name Icky or Ike? It's Ike. It's Ike. Okay, so it's Icke. It's David Icke. I'm gonna make sure I was saying it correctly before I just fucking destroy his belief system. David Icke used to refuse to wear any color other than turquoise. On a trip to ancient Inca ruins in 1991, Icke experienced an intense spiritual experience that he described as a complete change in his state of consciousness. So he did drugs.
Probably ayahuasca.
Yeah, we can talk about that. I really want to go to South America and do ayahuasca, but we can save that for next episode. Talking about it, not going. I mean, we can fucking go if you want, but anyway.
On the episode?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get the episode to pay for it. It's just us. All right. I cannot move on from this reptilian thing. I'm going to give so much time to this. Everyone's going to tune out. I don't care. He described a state of intense pure energy and claimed to hear voices that whispered hidden truths. He emerged convinced that he was the new incarnation of Jesus Christ, and his insistence on wearing only the color turquoise came from his belief that it would allow the continuous flow of positive energy through him. He could then channel that energy more easily toward researching the extent of the reptilians' rule over this world. Number 8. So that was fact number 9. Yeah. All right. So number 8. You could be half reptilian and not even know it. All right, so I'm gonna stop right here. So this guy is saying that there's basically a super race that lives on this planet. Its whole point is to enslave and control our population, and that I could be part of it and I wouldn't even know it. Am I like some like Russian fucking secret agent that I'm waiting to be activated?
You're a sleeper
I'm just a
agent.
sleeper agent. Like like if 10 or more flies fly in front of my mouth in a minute, like I'm activated and I gotta eat them all and then go stab everyone in my neighborhood and be like, fuck you, reptiles. Dude, this is ridiculous. All right. You could be half reptilian and not even know it. Or you could at least be part of the reptilian bloodline. Reptilians have been crossbreeding with select, unsuspecting humans for millennia to create desired, quote-unquote, elite bloodlines that they can use to covertly control the world. By the way, this is directly the, like, word for word, the plot of the remake of Predator. This is this is the Predator, the movie, by the way.
It's also the plot of the Matrix. Insert machines from reptilians.
Yeah, this has been an extremely dominant theme in science fiction for decades.
But this came out way before any of those.
Well, it's got to be true. So what you're saying is those movies we just mentioned are functionally documentaries.
Have you watched?
You could say that about the Matrix.
The
A lot of people believe in that.
Iron Man, Iron Kid animated series. Can I ruin it?
Sure, I didn't even know it existed.
It's 2 seasons.
Yeah.
And it's so good. And then it all culminates to finding reptilian gods.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah.
I have to keep reading this. I have to keep wasting these people's time. Because here's the thing. You're going to go look this up on your own or you're not if you're listening to this.
No, everyone's looking at it.
It doesn't matter.
Wait, what's this website?
It doesn't matter to me. It's on listverse.com. And the article is, again, just called 10 Shocking Facts About the Reptilian Conspiracy. You can probably find all this information across multiple sources if you just Google it. Matt found this in 5 seconds. So I can't move past this. Normally I wouldn't give this much time to something.
No.
I cannot move on from this. All right, so they're saying that like we could be part of the bloodline, they're crossbreeding, whatever. DNA from reptilians has passed down through generations, and some crossbreeds even begin life as full-blood humans. Then you're not a crossbreed if when you're born you're full blood. You're a full blood one species. Do I morph into a crossbreed?
Harry Potter, they're called mudbloods.
Mudbloods. Fuck Hermione.
How dare you?
And so, dude, we talked about it. Dude, episode 1, man, Death Eater all the way. 100%. That's a very unpopular opinion. Actually, it's not. In the Harry Potter world, it's not an unpopular opinion because you guys almost fucking lost. So
But we didn't.
Clearly, it's very popular. Anyway, you can't be a crossbreed if at your inception your DNA is 100% in one species. Like, one of my dogs is half dachshund and half corgi. By that logic, my dog was born a corgi and then grew into being half a dachshund. That's not how fucking biology works. This is not how it works.
What?
Oh my God. At later points in their lives, they're taken away to have reptilian DNA mixed with their own. They're returned to their normal lives with no memory of it. So now you're talking essentially about alien probing, but with crossing DNA. Okay, so my previous judgment about crossbreeds beginning life as full-blood humans was now disproven by them saying that they're actually snatched up and then they're crossbred manually with combining 2 different strands of DNA. So excuse me, I was wrong. This is clearly, it's gaining some more traction now. So sorry.
What's number 6?
No, I'm not done reading about number 8 yet. Dude, we're not even close. That's what I'm saying. We're just going for it. Diehard reptilian believers offer this as the real explanation behind UFO abductions and strange disappearances in which the person returns unable to recall what happened. You know what's going to be really fucked up is if we get to the end of this list and I believe this. I'm like, dude, Matt, it makes so much sense now. Because I 100% believe that there is some type of... I'm not necessarily a conspiracy theorist, but I definitely believe that there's some type of secret government agency that is hiding extraterrestrial
Men in
facts.
Black.
Yeah.
No, I'm
hiding extraterrestrial
big believer,
findings from the general population.
I'm a big believer that the government leaks information to Hollywood to subtly tell us about what they're doing.
So they're kind of softening the blow a little bit. So like over the generations, our culture has become more and more used to this idea. And then all of a sudden a fucking gray alien's going to walk out and be like, holy shit, that guy's makeup's really good. And we're going to go back into fucking In-N-Out and not give a shit.
Right. Or be like, oh, yeah, I mean, there's an alien. Cool.
Dude, if the general public as a whole found out at once about alien existence and it was proven to be true and not, yeah, exactly, dude, it would
within
be
days,
chaos.
within days you would be destabilized as a society.
100%. It would be a lawless wasteland.
We have guns.
I have guns. I'm from Texas. You can come to my house if you want.
You have guns here?
Yeah.
Ooh, I'm coming here.
Yeah. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it.
You just got to get over the hill, man. You live on the west side. That's the only problem, man. So you live on the west side.
I have a BMW. I'm faster than a reptilian.
I don't know. Maybe we'll find out about their physical attributes through this article. We're not done yet. So some signs that a person may be a reptilian human crossbreed include a high level of personal charisma, pronounced artistic talent, and intense, vivid colored eyes.
Wow, we're both reptilians.
We're both fucking card-carrying reptilians, not even knowing it. The most common eye colors among them are hazel and green. Like why?
I have hazel eyes.
I have like really weird, like brown orange eyes. Though sometimes bright blue as well. Some have eye colors that seem to change in different lighting as well as low blood pressure. It could be from all that DNA crossbreeding that they're experimenting with. Can't get blood pressure to stabilize. Human reptilian hybrids have distinct personality traits as well, such as a deep sense of caring about the state of the world. Immediately we're out. Immediately we're out now. We're no longer reptilians. Those who have been taken and changed into reptilian crossbreeds often feel a profound sense of separation that they no longer completely belong to the human race, as widely reported in alien abduction cases. Many
We're
of them,
back in.
Yeah. As widely reported in alien abduction cases, many of them have unexplained and odd scars on their bodies. All right, so that was point number 8. We took way too long to read through that. I'm going to try and move through these other ones quickly. Reptilians only let us humans think we're in charge. Oh, that's the key to a good conspiracy. It's like the
false positive.
Yeah, like the surrender of control. It's like, oh yeah. All right. So the master race of full-blood reptilians has been unearthed since ancient Babylonian times. Their original species was called Anunnaki, and
the Anunnaki.
The Anunnaki, and
you can learn about them in Ancient Aliens on History Channel.
Oh, dude, I love that show.
They talk all about the Anunnaki.
Okay, all right, so here we go. Their original species was called the Anunnaki.
What if they were real?
That's where they get people.
Wait, what's his name again?
We're now.
Wait, what's his name? It's gonna kill me. You have to look it up real quick. Who's the dude from Ancient Aliens?
Oh, the aliens guy.
Yeah, I need to know his name right now. It's gonna kill me.
He's got the crazy hair.
Yeah, crazy hair.
Here we go. It's loading.
Oh my god, it's loading.
Dude, my internet's so slow out here still. We haven't fixed it in multiple episodes.
Look on your phone.
That's gonna...
Here, give me your phone. I'll look it up.
Oh, it's right here. Yeah, look it up. Yeah, anyway. Okay, so they're saying that their original species was called the Anunnaki, and they inhabit underground cities below the Earth's surface.
Giorgio Tsoukalos. I love that guy.
All right, so that guy is a baller, by the way. Okay, so... Oh, this is getting really interesting. So... Through both their telepathic abilities and energies drawn from the moon, they're able to create the intricate holographs we humans interpret as our reality. Through mind control, the Anunnaki have always given the human race our senses of freedom and power. So here's where the whole like Matrix conspiracy, simulation thing comes in. Because the guy who started this belief system, yeah.
It is real hieroglyphs.
Oh, no, for 100%.
Right.
100%. I can't make sense of any of that. I have no idea what people thought like fucking 4,000 years ago. You know what I mean? Like, I don't like.
All I'm saying is that this conspiracy is more real than Scientology.
Oh, 100% it is. I haven't even gotten halfway through discovering the things that they're saying about this conspiracy that I still think is absolutely ridiculous.
Can I just note
it's
that
already more credible than Scientology.
Within 3 points, they had you go from saying reptile people to the Anunnaki, which just makes it feel so much realer.
Oh, 100%. Well, it's all about like legitimizing your claims
Totally.
in a conspiracy to, yeah. So, okay, so David Icke has also reported in detail about how the reptilians spread their bloodline through the royal families, owners of the world's banks, and heads of the biggest worldwide corporations. Interbreeding among the royals and unions only between certain families have kept the reptilian bloodline strong ever since the days of ancient Babylon. Number 6, reptilians came from both other planets and other dimensions. All right, this is getting awesome. Anunnaki reptilians traveled to Earth from the solar systems surrounding the stars Draco and Zeta Reticuli. They're also capable of traveling between different dimensions of time and space. This allows them even further control over the false realities they want us unwitting humans to accept as our day-to-day truth. All right, so now we've gone from introducing that people believe the reptilian race is a thing to trying to, through human history, legitimize the existence, and then now starting to like take away at the
flat Earth could be real.
Humans, yeah. All the reptilians just live on the underneath side, and we just can't get there, so we don't know. So they're saying like,
and they use their holographic projections to make it look like a globe.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even fucking address that. They're saying that. Okay, so they're saying that like our entire existence is a combination of.
This is the only thing that I said could make flat Earth real.
Of intricate holographs and mind control. So that's what they're saying. So, I mean, depending on how good the mind control is, the holographs don't even have to be that intricate. You know what I mean? Like, who knows? Okay. When the first reptilian master race colonized Earth, they already had the technology to create hybrid offspring with humans through direct manipulation and fusion of DNA. Number 5, reptilians feed on negative human energy. Well, that's how I know that this is bullshit, because I've never seen one in my life. I'm the most negative person on the planet. Along with their fondness for drinking human blood and cannibalistic ritual sacrifice, reptilians also hunger for negative emotional energy. To draw on it, they strive to keep the human race in a collective state of fear and uncertainty. We only need to look at world events that we believe are the causes. Natural disasters, political instability, and threats of war are just a few examples. These are examples of the reality the reptilians want us to believe. The world leaders, who are shape-shifting reptilians, only fuel this fear with the messages they convey to the public.
I do believe Donald Trump could be a reptilian.
That's aside from this ridiculous conspiracy. I 100% that Donald Trump is a fucking reptile. Oh, man. Uncertainty and fear make the human population much easier to control. That's 100% true of like
irrelevant of any of
governments and like warlords and like communists, and it's like 100%. You know what? And I think that is what will help give legs to the credibility of any conspiracy
is using real things that have nothing to do with the conspiracy.
Real cultural truths that have been proven throughout history that have nothing to do with it to like anchor their claims to. And so it's like governments have been operating this way for centuries. You know what I mean? So, like literally, if you take out like the mind control aspects, which, you know what,
and the
you
holograms.
I would say let's take out the holograms, because you could argue that certain types of
mind control is real.
Conditioning and people that suffer from like Stockholm syndrome and like
that's a form of mind control.
Yeah, the ritualization of certain religions and cults and different political groups. Like you could argue that there's lots of different versions of mind control.
Totally.
So let's say that has somewhat of a legitimate claim. Let's just take out the word reptile and then take out holograms. This is actually legitimately like they're just talking about how a lot of fucked up governments run their countries, you know what I mean? And like political groups and like militant groups, terrorist groups, like lots of human organizations act and operate this way.
Or reptile organizations.
Or reptilians. All right. Most will latch on to whatever their leaders say is the answer. The subterranean reptilian population is able to orchestrate any natural disaster when they feel the reptilian population is able. Oh, wait, I just read the same sentence over and over. Hang on. The subterranean reptilian population is able to orchestrate any natural disaster when they feel the need to ratchet up human fear, including hurricanes, tornadoes, and tsunamis. How do they change? You know what a tornado is. It's an imbalance in atmospheric pressure.
Yeah.
How do you control that?
That's over my pay grade.
I want someone, regardless of this ridiculous fucking article we're reading, from a science perspective, to just tell me how you could, from an outside source, manipulate atmospheric pressure changes enough to fabricate a tornado to the degree that we've seen them throughout human history.
I could see a tsunami. I could see a tidal wave. I could see an earthquake. All those you can do just subterranean.
Yeah.
But I could see a volcanic explosion. But I don't think I don't understand a tornado.
Dude,
no, that doesn't work.
Well, I mean, through just like different aspects of like military testing and like bomb testing and bomb sites through the decades, like you've seen like how you can cause legitimate seismic interference in certain areas of the planet. And so how do you fucking fabricate a tornado? You know what? They got all this technology. Maybe the mind control has just making it to where we don't believe that you can do that. And because we're stupid, so that's what makes us easier to control.
We're 3 people old.
We're 3 people old and we're fucking apes. We're not fucking apes. Well, some people probably are. I don't know.
There's a lot of bestiality.
There's a lot of people. All right. The full-blooded Anunnaki reptilians are also
What number is this?
5. The full-blooded Anunnaki reptilians are also believed to be responsible for setting major terrorist attacks in motion, 9/11 being only one example. When full-blooded members of the reptilian master race shift into their human form and spend time on the Earth's surface, humans with reptilian DNA in their blood are sometimes able to sense the full-blood reptilians' true identities when they encounter them. Those who have reptilian blood they may feel fearful or uneasy for no apparent reason when they have any contact with a member of the master race. True believers in this conspiracy predict that the reptilians will eventually spend more time among us and keep occupying more positions of power until the human race bends completely to their control.
Now I think it's real again because you're part reptilian, and that's what you felt when you met Kevin Spacey.
100%. Kevin Spacey is part of the reptilian master race. He's a member of the OG Anunnaki bloodline and is ultimately partly responsible for the overall mind control and enslavement of the human race. I turned around and he was like, "Don't come over here. You're going to make me shift into my true form. You're going to make me shift into my true gay, child-abusing reptilian form." And so, oh man, that's what it is. That makes a lot of sense. This physical and mental control of the human population will only be strengthened as the reptilians continue to create hybrids to spread the Anunnaki bloodline further across the globe, such as people in positions of power like Kevin Spacey. It says that. I'm just kidding. It doesn't say that. Dude, if it said that, I'd lose my fucking mind. I'd turn the computer off and be like, I'm going to go to bed. We'll talk about this tomorrow, dude. Like, I'm editing the story out. I don't want it to get out. Someone's going to know.
There's going to be a knock on the house.
There's going to be a knock on the house and be like, "Excuse me, can you come with me, please?" Oh, shit. Number 4. We're almost done. Thanks for sticking with us, guys. Number 4. Reptilians can use stronger mind control on humans who have reptilian DNA.
So they have an army.
That doesn't make sense to me.
Well, yeah, it doesn't mean that they can have an army.
No. The degree over which how much power they can have on the type of mind control they have over a being doesn't make sense to me if you have part of that bloodline.
You didn't watch The Strain.
Okay. All right, I get. So they're saying that because they have the bloodline.
It's like a hive.
It's like a hive mind.
Hive
okay,
mind.
That makes sense. All right, I get it. All right, we're back in, guys. If you think reptilian DNA will give you cool superpowers, think again. If you haven't, you're most likely doomed to enslavement by the full-blooded master race. The only reason you were either born or engineered as a crossbreed is to further those plans. The more reptilian DNA in your blood, the easier it is for them to make telepathic connections with your mind without your conscious knowledge. High-ranking national leaders and corporate executives are some of the likeliest suspects to have reptilian DNA in their blood. Whether you were born with reptilian DNA or were taken away to have your human DNA fused with it, you may start feeling a sense of isolation from the rest of the human race. Those who belong to the reptilian bloodline often feel a profound sense of concern for the ultimate fate of the planet, which is completely understandable given the plans of the full-blooded reptilian race. So now you're saying that there's this like moral divisiveness in the reptilian bloodline, and like you're only really wanting to like fuck over the whole human race if you're a full reptilian bloodline, but if you're a crossbreed, then you still like care and you're like, oh well, but like this is wrong, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of like the Death Eaters.
Yeah, I'm back in. All right. Number 3. This is gonna be amazing. Reptilians are the real founders of every secret society. All of them.
Illuminati, Freemasons.
Yeah. Which 2 organizations I would probably have no part being a part of. I mean, no problem being a part of.
Yeah. You know you can be a part of Freemasons here.
Well, no, I know. Like it takes some doing.
What do you mean?
It's like, well, my grandfather was a Mason. So
Right.
like if you have like family that were in
You can
it.
go to like Masonic things.
No, you have to like apply. It's a process to like be accepted into the Freemasons. Dude, I went to the Masonic Lodge a couple of years ago in Philly, and it's one of the most unbelievably beautiful things I've ever seen.
Do you
want to
go to Masonic Lodge here?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's
I'm
do it.
super down.
I got invited.
Dude, let's go.
Let's go.
So
Am I allowed to say that? Yeah, you are.
yeah, let's talk about the Freemasons on the next episode, because there's some shit that Amanda and I have seen and read about that's like,
You saw the Freemasons on Netflix?
yeah,
Yeah.
what the fuck is that about?
No, next episode.
Yeah. All right. Okay. So, exclusive secret societies such as the Illuminati have been subjects of mystery for centuries. The lore created about them is made up to disguise the fact that all of them originate with the reptilians. Gatherings of members have long been reported to include rituals of blood drinking, sex orgies. What other kinds of orgies are there? Are there like fucking like
Death orgies.
death orgies?
Brain-eating orgies.
Well, is orgy an inherently sexual term though? So isn't that like a redundant statement? Like sex orgy? Can you just say orgy?
You're reading a conspiracy about reptiles. I'm not sure it might be written the most eloquently.
That's fair point. It's on the internet though.
You just answered your own question by saying that.
Sex orgies, cannibalism, and even sacrifices of animals or children in exchange for more illusions of power that only the master reptilian race can give. Probably the most notorious of these secret ritual meetings takes place every summer at Bohemian Grove in Northern California. The rites of blood sacrifice are reportedly to satisfy reptilian appetites that are understandably kept hidden from the public eye. The exclusive club of the same name can be joined by invitation only, and even guests at the Bohemian Grove camp must go through a strict screening process. Members include high-ranking Wall Street bankers, corporate CEOs, and former U.S. presidents. You know, here's a problem I have with this that I think is a very legitimate concern. Let's take away the ridiculous. Why do I keep saying ridiculous?
It's a great name, though.
Ridiculous.
You should use that.
Let's make an app called The Ridiculous. And we're going to disclose no further details at this time about The Ridiculous. No, all right. I'm going to try again. Let's take away the ridiculous subject matter and content of this article just for a second, and let's just talk about conspiracy theories, which this way is. This way, it's got legs. I now know there are a lot of people that are like very into this, and think of any conspiracy theory, any one of them, okay? And let's talk about the people that are on the side of the conspiracy theory that are trying to prove, what they think the truth is about whatever you're talking about. And every single one of them Like they name names because they're trying to call people out because they're trying to get legitimate proof on the table for what's happening. Like they're calling people out. They're like, that fucking guy from this organization, this senator, this politician, this CEO, this investor, this whatever, anybody, like
This Kyle Perrin.
yeah, this Kyle Blaine Perrin, they fucking name people. Like they're, you know what I mean? Like let's just look at the 9/11 conspiracy theories. I mean, they're literally calling people out name for name and saying that you were responsible for certain things. They've tied all these things together, whether you believe in that or not. Like they draw a lot of correlations between what they believe happened and legitimate people.
Totally.
They're why aren't any of, like in this reptilian thing, like why aren't they calling any of these people out? Like
Maybe in other articles.
I guess because we're reading an article in favor of it and it's explaining it. So like they probably wouldn't want to reveal people. But like
You're gonna have to do some more
I want to do
research
some more research
before-
because I want to find, because to me,
Who are the people that they think are reptilians?
you know what? Your conspiracy is not legitimate to me unless there's someone on the other side of it that's naming fucking people
John
like
Travolta.
by first and last name, saying like fuck you for what you did. We're gonna put all this truth out there, you know what I mean? And yeah, John Travolta is an insane person. Like, dude, he's like
Wait, who's the guy in Braveheart?
Oh, Mel Gibson.
Mel Gibson.
He's also crazy, but for different reasons. Yeah, Braveheart aside. And maybe What Women Want. Oh, I really liked that movie.
and Lethal Weapon.
And Lethal Weapon.
Was he in anything
They're
else?
remaking. Oh yeah, all the rest of the Lethal Weapons.
Yeah, but was there anything else that
No, dude, he was in a bunch of shit. Like he was in Signs. M. Night Shyamalan. Him and Joaquin Phoenix. And
Joker, Joaquin Phoenix.
They're
Oh my
making
God.
they're making a remake of What Women Want called What Men Want. It's gonna be awful. It's gonna be awful. Anyway,
I want to hear more about reptilians.
me too.
What are we at, number 2?
How far are we in?
I don't care.
Dude, we're like almost an hour and a half in. I don't give a shit.
Everyone that's still listening, you just want Kyle to keep talking.
Yeah, I've sucked you in at this point. If you're still listening, that's now proof to me that I could start my own conspiracy theory group, and you're the
I thought you were about
first
to say
member.
I could start my own podcast and fuck Matt.
No, I could start my own group. I could start my own cult. I now have a direct in to my first followers. People are still with me. We're one paragraph away from reaching point number 2. We're still talking about the ceremonies at the Bohemian Grove in North Carolina. So security is very tight around ceremonies and rituals taking place at Bohemian Grove, leaving outsiders with much reason for curiosity and suspicion. A brave few people have attempted to sneak out hidden videos of these secret rituals, but the poor quality of the footage has raised more questions than answers. The conspiracy theories surrounding Bohemian Grove Desert is a list all on their own. I fucking bet it is. They've like indexed a lot of these statements too with like hyperlinks to like all these separate articles.
Oh,
So it's
Jesus.
like I'm gonna go.
You can K-hole real easy.
just ruin the rest of my night. Like,
You remember like in the Joe Rogan Strange Times, he goes like, it was like 2 a.m. and I could have like put the laptop away. I could
yeah.
Click vegan cat food.
yo, vegan cat. Yeah, hashtag vegan cat.
And he clicks like it was a mistake.
Dude, yeah.
You're about to vegan cat right now.
Fuck vegan cat people, by the way. Number 2, which, by the way, that sounds harsh to say. It's not as like humanitarian as you think it is. Look up vegan cat. It's fucked up. It's really fucked up.
It's not humanitarian. It's
Anti-human. It's the opposite of being humanitarian.
You're like cats do not have the same digestive system as us. They need meat.
100,000%. Anyway, number 2, reptilians shapeshift into any human form. I have one follow-up question, which is how many different human forms are there? There's only one human form. That's human.
Not true.
That's human.
That's not true. You've not met Shaquille O'Neal. I've met Shaquille O'Neal. He's barely the same species.
That's true. I'm 6'2", and if I met someone whose dick was in my eye, I would be like, you're not a human.
Yeah.
That makes a lot of sense. All right. So reptilian shapeshift into any human form, including, but not limited to, Shaquille O'Neal. Not always staying in their subterranean cities, reptilians easily assume the form of humans to further infiltrate and influence the state of our world. naturally. Whether only full-blood reptilians can shapeshift is open to debate among conspiracy believers. Some report that crossbreeds are also capable of it. Reptilian conspiracy theorists have also posted countless videos of supposed quote-unquote slips in a reptilian's human disguises caught on camera. Oh, there's a hyperlink to that. I'm definitely going to look that up. Many of these clips are of popular celebrities, which leads skeptics to easily dismiss them as mere dislike or disapproval of the celebrity on the part of the conspiracy theorists. Other reptilian believers don't like or approve of these quote-unquote slips of disguise videos because they believe this material gives the reptilian conspiracy less credibility. A few have voiced that posting these videos makes reptilian believers as a whole look ridiculous. I don't think they need any fucking help looking ridiculous. Like, if you're saying, like, God damn it, this whole thing was bulletproof.
Godzilla.
This whole thing was bulletproof until you posted the video of Jonah Hill kind of looking like a lizard. Now we're all fucked and no one's going to believe our theory. Like, come on. That's not is what's happening here. They have looked ridiculous from the start.
You know what's really funny? I don't know that much about this conspiracy theory, and we need to look this up for next episode. But I just thought about this. I don't think in anything that I've read about the reptilian conspiracy theory do they mention Godzilla being like the king of the reptiles. You have like the #1 reptile in the world where people already half believe it's a real animal.
No. Here's what it is. It's just fan art. Godzilla is just like the ultimate cultural tribute to the premeditated dominance of the reptilian race. That's all it is. We're almost to point #1. To a neutral viewer, these slips simply appear as shifts in the lighting, abrupt changes in facial expressions, or other mundane occurrences. You know what? That was a seemingly that was a seemingly innocent statement, just following up the ridiculous paragraph that we just read. But I have a huge issue with that sentence that I just read. I'm going to read it again. I'm going to see if you can guess what I have a problem with. The sentence says, to a neutral viewer, these slips simply appear as shifts in the lighting, abrupt changes in facial expressions, or other mundane occurrences.
That's like, yeah, I don't even get it.
Okay, here's my problem is, they're assuming that there are people that are neutral on the issue of the reptilian conspiracy master race. Who the fuck hears about a conspiracy like this and goes, I don't know, maybe, and then goes on about their day? There's not one person on this planet that isn't polarized by this issue. You're either very, very for it and you're a fucking psychopath, or you are normal and you go, there's no fucking way people are lizards. There's no one in the middle of this. Not a single one. I will give you and one viewer / listener a PayPal you $20 each if you can legitimately give me a credible source of someone who is unbiased about the reptilian conspiracy and just goes, people believe what they want to believe. But by the way, that statement doesn't mean that it's unbiased. That just means you respect them enough to not tell them how fucking crazy you think they are. So there's no one that's in the middle of this issue. There's nobody that's like, reptiles, whatever.
Yeah, because I mean, here's the reality. An alien could drop down tomorrow and I'll still think this is ridiculous.
Exactly. And so here's the thing. You know what? And here, this is also my opinion on neutrality. It's not just that you don't care, because you could argue that people are neutral on an issue if they don't care about it. I actually don't think you're neutral on an issue if you don't care about it. I think that you can legitimately only truly be neutral on an issue if you understand and comprehend both sides. Because you're not neutral if you don't get it.
And I would argue that I don't know how many people are truly neutral about anything.
That's what I'm saying. It's not that's just not the way that people were designed. But yeah, it's like that's not human nature for us to be neutral.
It's more likely that you just don't care.
Exactly.
Like you have a position.
Exactly.
And you just don't have the energy to care about that position.
Right. And so I don't think that a lack of care is neutrality. I think it's a lack of care.
I agree with that.
I think it's a lack of care, and so I think that in order to be neutral, you need to understand both sides so that you can form an educated opinion, which you are now saying I understand both sides and I don't care now because I understand it. I am neutral. I could see it going either way. You know what I mean?
Totally.
Like, that to me is what being neutral is being like, on any given day, I could be pulled to either side. And people who don't care aren't going to be swayed by anyone on either side. You know what I mean? And so it's like, they just don't give a shit, you know?
You know what I'm more excited about right now? Point number 1.
Yeah, here it is.
What is their number 1 point?
Number 1. Knowledge of the reptilians will be their defeat. Then why the fuck are you having a huge and widely published article detailing their existence and how they operate?
It was the number 1 hit on Google.
Why the fuck? If you're saying that the biggest point of this conspiracy is that it will be undone if we know about it, why is there a website defending and proliferating its existence through evidential claims and substantiated proof? Why would you do that?
Because they just inceptioned you.
If I don't want...
They planted the idea. It's just all they need to do is plant the idea. You're going to go to bed thinking about reptiles.
Dude, here's what I'm... Oh, you're 100% right. You're 100% right. Because I'm a fucking idiot. That's why I'm going to go to bed thinking about reptiles. Because I'm fucking stupid. That's why. That's why I'm not going to be able to move on from this. Because I'm a fucking moron. But you know what? Here's where that point falls apart to me. Knowledge of the reptilians will be their defeat. Let's pretend that me, Kyle, I'm an individual, and so far I have only lived in an underground, abandoned fallout shelter, and no one knows that I've been there. And I believe that if someone found out that I existed, that my life would be over. I would die. Let's just say that that's the premise of what's going on here. And then I go online and I write a fucking article telling everyone about what I look like, how I act, what my preferences are, what my motives and intentions are for moving through and navigating this life, my ultimate plans are for my and your collective existence. What fucking sense does that make? That's ridiculous.
Could just be like Mariano Rivera. I'm
No
gonna tell
way,
you.
dude.
I'm gonna tell you
No
where I'm gonna
way.
throw the ball. I'm gonna tell you how I'm gonna throw the ball. Still not gonna hit it.
Exactly. You know what? They're hiding in plain sight. That's what I've decided. They're hiding in plain sight. Godzilla is real. And because he's
So it's not fan art.
because it's such a ridiculous concept, people aren't going to believe it. It's the perfect disguise. And it also probably is fan art because they can still, give shout outs and be like, yo, this is dope.
But what's it say?
All right. So point number 1 is 3 short paragraphs. David Icke writes in several books that reptilians' ultimate goal is to enslave the human race physically and mentally. Despite their powers, reptilians aren't invincible. Oh, it's the first negative thing they've said about them. The more knowledge we humans have, the better we'll be able to recognize signs of them among us and see the truth behind the false reality. So the entire article from points 10 to points 2, we have 9 points so far that to me, maybe I'm remembering something, maybe I've been swept up in just the fact that I think this whole thing is preposterous. But so far, it hasn't sounded like this article is against reptilians. Now, to be fair, it doesn't sound overtly for reptilians. It's just been overall informative about it. But they haven't said anything negative about reptilians. Until now. So... maybe this article isn't as biased as I thought it was. When the reptilians are defeated in a distant future, why can't it be a near future? Why can't like next year? You know what I mean? When the reptilians are defeated in a distant future, the human race will rise to a higher level of spiritual consciousness. Icke draws from several aspects of New Age philosophy to make oneself more receptive to this knowledge. His longtime practices have included balancing of the body's chakras, which is a centuries-old meditative technique that has also been proven to work psychologically and mentally, by the way. You should look into that because meditating is incredible. The drawing on crystal energies, which also has gained a lot of traction, not irrelevant, and the drinking of hallucinogenic ayahuasca, which sounds dope.
I'm down.
Super down too. I only want to do it if you... All right, hang on. There's one more sentence. Despite being the object of ridicule from the mainstream media and even from other conspiracy theorists, mainstream media, David Icke maintains a loyal and growing following to this day. So I only want to do ayahuasca, by the way, if you go to South America and
with a shaman.
With a shaman,
I'm in.
Like full-on religious experience.
You know that
like
I
it's
family
curing
in Brazil.
Yes, yeah, I know your mom still lives in Brazil.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I have a Brazilian passport.
yeah. So dude,
we
let's
can go to the Amazon.
I have a shitload of airline miles.
I'm down.
Dude, let's do it. I don't think Amanda's fully on board, but also I've talked.
We can leave Alexis here with Amanda.
But it could be a support group. And be like, Kyle and Matt are going to go hallucinate in the jungle for 4 hours and pee on each other and cry.
I want to tell you the whole story, but I took shrooms once. Not good.
Not good? Oh, no.
That's for next episode.
Okay, we'll talk about drug use next episode and how, we're going to...
Eye-opening.
How eye-opening it could be. Or not. I'm not going to openly endorse drug use.
I'm going to openly endorse the fact that you should re-listen to this last 45 minutes on mushrooms.
Or at the very least, a lot of marijuana. At the very least, a lot of marijuana. Because I need you to just listen to this and just accept the fact that it exists. If you get drunk, you're going to be too confrontational like halfway through. Like, it's not going to work.
Break your TV.
You're going to be God damn it! Like,
you're going to be listening to this and break your TV.
100%. So, this is the most ridiculous thing that I've read. Well, at least so far, at least this year. You know what I mean? Like, we're only into January, and this is already going to be at the top of the list of the weirdest shit that I've read. I can't believe, first of all, that I didn't know that this was a thing. But also, it's not surprising because, like, I don't really subscribe to conspiracy theories, especially to the point that I am like online researching like what people think about things. So like,
I'm an idiot.
Like, I'm not. Oh, well, I didn't say that. But I'm
saying that.
No, I'm not myself. I didn't say I wasn't an idiot. I just said that I don't really subscribe to conspiracy theories.
Did I watch all the conspiracy theory documentaries?
I've watched a large number of them just out of sheer
and I've watched every episode of the
curiosity.
11 seasons of Ancient Aliens.
Oh, yeah.
So I know a lot about the Anunnaki.
Dude. Man, that's insane. I feel like we should let people go. This is my brain's broken now, and I just don't know if I can think anymore beyond this.
Yeah.
Unless you have something else you want to talk about.
No, I just hope everybody can spend the rest of their week researching more about the Anunnaki. Maybe
write in.
Yeah, write in, email, handwrite. Maybe write in blood if you are reptilian.
Write in blood. What color's the blood, though?
I would love to see it.
What I would, dude, if someone like mailed in like a blood letter that was like, I would shit my pants. I wouldn't do another episode, first of all. I'd be like, be done.